Okay, I'd like to call to order the Planning Commission of Newbury Township, July 13, 2020. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first item on the agenda, approval of the minutes for our last meeting, which was March 9th, 2020. Is there a motion to accept it?
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Okay, old business, new business. Okay, today we're here to discuss the preliminary and a final minor subdivision for 350 Hemlock Road. And anybody who wants to represent the applicant, or if the applicants are here, come to the podium and give your name and your title and how you represent them. Yes.
My name is Mark Bard with All Land, and we prepared the plans.
What was your last name?
Bard, B-A-R-D.
Okay. Yes. Well, did you want to talk about it, or?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're ready, we're subdividing in two lots. It was one large property at one time, and we have an existing house on the east side, and we're proposing a new lot on the west side of the property. It's going to be served by public water and public sewer.
Is there any other insight you want to give to us, or?
I can't think of anything else. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I do. On page 1, under wetlands, sheet number 1, it talks about, although no actual field delineation of wetlands was performed by a qualified wetlands consultant, use various online sources like U.S. Fish and Wildlife, National Wildlife, Wetland Inventory Map, Soils Mapping, Natural Resources. Like, when was the last time that somebody checked this? Because the date on this survey was, let's see, in January. In January of this year.
Yeah, those maps are not updated that regularly, so it's still pertinent.
But I mean, prior to January, when was it? Do you have an idea when it was?
When the plans were prepared, we checked, on the online sources, and the soils don't indicate any type of wetlands, and the wetlands inventory map didn't show any wetlands in the area. I don't know how often those maps are updated, but they're as current as what they are today, I would imagine.
Okay. And also it says there that, let's see, something about a field observation?
Yeah, when we're out in the field, we look for that type of, vegetation, wet areas and things like that, and we didn't see anything on the site.
So prior to January this year, there was somebody out there who went out to Hemlock Lane and?
Yes.
Looked
yeah,
at it? Okay.
Myself.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. That's good to know. And on sheet number 2, you have it proposed, proposed dwelling, and there's a line going around it. So what, and then, actually, you have proposed basin, which is to the left of the proposed residential dwelling.
Right.
Now, the proposed berm, the proposed basin, measure an area of like 72 feet at the top, going from left to right, and about 38 feet at the bottom, approximately, and then maybe about 40 feet total height. So is that to the right of the line, or to the left, the line going around the?
Oh, I believe
dwelling.
that might be to the left of that line, yeah.
Okay, because you have a 4-inch PVC pipe going from the house, proposed house, to proposed basin of 30 feet.
That's for the downspouts, yeah.
Okay. All right, so it's going to be to the left of that line.
Put LOD out there. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can revise the LOD to include that area.
What was
We
that?
can revise the LOD line to include that
Yeah,
area.
if you could. So
Okay.
you mean revise it on page 1?
Yeah.
Sheet number 1?
Sure, we'll make it all match,
Okay.
sure.
Because, you know, I did the measurement, something, it seemed like it was overlapping the line, it was very close.
Okay.
But this is outside
Yep.
that area. Okay, good.
Yep.
Does anybody else have any other questions?
No, I just want to ask Bill, under general, are there any concerns with your write-up, planning comments from your planning commission, proposed driveway?
Actually, you should have a revised memo dated June 5th then. A lot of those comments have been removed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Joe, could I borrow waivers from you? The waivers.
The other waiver.
You know what, I don't have a problem with the waivers, but I have a problem the way it was answered. Because, for example, like 402.019J, provide a woodlands evaluation. So if you look at page 64 of the township subdivision land development ordinance, a woodlands evaluation is a report. And the way this was answered was, it's applied to section. The proposed alternative is tree lines are shown on the plan. That's an observation. That doesn't answer why you want a waiver. You know,
Okay.
waiver is because you want to do something. And also, the justification is no trees are affected. And I wrote there, no, it is a vacant lot.
Chairman, your
It's-
favor is scratching the mic.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. So it's more of an observation. Same thing with the site context map. The other waiver is 403.01A, site context map. And the proposed alternative information is already shown for a minor subdivision. So I have a problem with, not the waivers, but the way the response was to,
Well, we had a meeting here at the township, and those were the exact words that I was told to put on the plan, so we can make a change if you need to.
if you could, because see, we advise the Board of Supervisors,
Mhm.
and it's up to them, but they depend upon us to have, you know, correct information, everything done. But when you think about it, you know, somebody asks you a question, you want an answer, not something that doesn't answer the question. So if you could look at our ordinance again
Mhm.
and provide, well, if they change it though, how would that
Change
work?
it, we have to redo it.
You'd have to redo it, yeah.
Can we get a conditional approval?
What do you want to see on there?
Well, it's just,
That's what I'm trying to find out, what are you looking for?
well, for
I-
example,
I-
like Woodlands evaluation is a report. The answer is tree lines are shown on the plan.
Yeah, but usually those are for larger developments,
No,
larger subdivisions, not minor subdivisions.
No, I understand that, but he's not answering the question, and that's what he's paid for by the applicant.
Well, it makes sense to me.
I mean, I agree with you, the response that information is already shown for minor subdivision. I mean, it's not shown, that's why he's requesting a waiver to it in this case. I don't think, like you said, I don't think it's needed for this type of plan, for that site context map. The things that are on there, I think we have enough detail for the level of subdivision that it is. So I don't have a problem with the waiver.
No, I don't either. It's just the way the response came from the professional. You know, it's,
Well, you
It's
have
a
a
report,
you have
you
a
know.
board here, you can decide what you want to do.
yeah, so, that's the only thing. But the only thing is if you change the wording on here, they need another meeting then, correct?
Right,
If we don't have a problem with the waiver,
okay.
if we don't have a problem with the waiver, why don't we just let it go as is?
Yeah, if you don't have an issue with the waiver, you can make a recommendation on the waiver, and just request that you update
The wording
the wording in the waiver.
of the proposed alternative and justification of the waiver.
Yeah.
Right. And also, if you come before us again, in the future, you want to make sure you have the correct information. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the waiver, it's just the answer to it. So,
We want to do these separately or do them both together?
Doing both together.
All right, I make a motion, we approve these waivers.
Recommend approving.
Recommend approving the waivers.
I second it.
okay, so the waivers, 2 waivers have been approved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? Okay. Okay, and then we need approval for the preliminary and final subdivision plan for Hemlock Lane.
I'd ask that you make that contingent upon the remaining comments.
Right, contingent upon changing the wording of the
Waiver.
2 waiver requirements, okay. And subject to engineers' recommendations.
Make the motion that we approve the preliminary and final minor subdivision plan, subject to the engineer's comments and the change in the waiver comments.
Okay, is there a second? Jeff?
I'll second it.
Oh, Jeff? Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
And you know that clock never changed at all.
Because we're good.
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.